What is up, Aries? How are you guys doing? What is good? What it do? Weekly check-in time. Let's see what's happening with you guys in the third week of August. Clicking them fucking weeks by, man. The year is clicking by and clicking by. It's crazy. All right, so remember, weekly check-ins are just a short, sweet, quick, general, energetic overview. Any of you need a personal reading? You can always just go straight to my website if you want. That's tarotwithrich.com. Or you can just check the description of the video. I got a link right down here. Most people enjoy my general personal readings because it's so quick, easy, efficient, and cheap. You ain't got to ask me nothing. You ain't got to tell me nothing. All you got to do is click what you want read and let me do the rest. But I offer a lot more than that. And you can read up on what I have to offer on my website. All right, let's jump into this. What can we tell Aries about their situation and the person they're dealing with in the third week of August? What can we tell Aries, universe? What can we tell Aries? Oh, 8 of Swords. 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. I don't know. I'm just really getting, I don't even know how to word this. I almost want to say silent treatment, but not really silent treatment. Because usually, like, when you think of silent treatment, you normally think of somebody being spitefully silent with the intention to manipulate a situation. Usually, you know. And I do see spiteful silence here, but not really with an intention to manipulate a certain outcome. It just feels like somebody here is being spitefully silent just to be spitefully silent, you know? Not really with the hope of eliciting a response or a reaction, just to be spitefully silent. I'm just going to be silent because I know it bothers you. I know it pisses you off. And that's the only reason, you know, that's the energy that I'm feeling here. Doors hanging wide open, metaphorically speaking. But with the 2 of Swords and 2 of Wands both reversed, I kind of feel like both of you are very firmly planted and set in your ways, you know? So, not a lot of budging, not a lot of movement happening here. Some of you dealing with a Taurus. I have another Taurus card here. Okay. Well, let's see how they feel about you. What are their deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? Person Aries is dealing with. What are their deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? See, 6 of Pentacles reversed. One-sided. This person's very service to self. Let's put it that way. This is a very service to self individual. So when it all comes down to it, they don't really care what you got going on, what you've been through, why you've made the decisions you've made, or anything like that. It's all about me. That type of energy. All right. Could be an earth sign for some of you. They do still feel a real strong sense of unfinished business. 8 of Swords again. Yup, see? Yeah. I do think that, so just know that they are trying to be spitefully silent. That is their goal. That is their intention. Don't buy into the illusion that they've moved on and they don't care. That's a load of bullshit. Oh, they care. You know, they absolutely, if they didn't care, they would have no desire to be spiteful if they didn't care, you know? Do you want to spite somebody you have no emotions for? No. You only want to spite somebody if you feel some type of way, right? So I think they kind of obsess over you for real, but that's the only thing that I can think to say is spitefully silent. That's the only, I don't know where that phrase came from. That's not normally one of my go-to phrases, but it's ringing very loudly in my head. Could be a Capricorn for some of you. Also have Sagittarius. Could be a fellow Aries for some of you. All right. Let's get some advice. Hang on. What's the advice? Well, okay. So here's the tricky part. For some reason, this person believes they have emotional control over you, or some kind of emotional power. Let's put it that way. Maybe not control, but power. And for all intents and purposes, maybe they're right. Maybe they do have some emotional power over you. I would imagine if they didn't, you probably wouldn't even be here watching this video right now, right? So here's the thing. That shouldn't be a fucking factor. That shouldn't even be on the table for deliberation. We shouldn't even be thinking along those lines, you know? So you need to let this person know that there's boundaries to be had. You know? You need to let this person know you ain't got no emotional control over me. I wouldn't give them the fucking satisfaction. Oh, you want to be silent? Okay, two can play that game. Let's be silent then. You know, especially, now I have a feeling that a couple of you, the reason why they're doing this is because they've done it before and it worked, right? I know that's not all of you, but I know it's a few of you. They've done this before and it worked last time, right? Don't let it work this time. Oh no. I'm telling you. It's really easy to accidentally teach someone how to manipulate you. You don't mean to. You're just trying to give them a second chance, right? But there's some people out there who don't care about a second chance. That's not on their list of priorities, is to do the moral thing. They're going to see what works and what doesn't. What gets them their way and what doesn't get them their way. And whatever works, they're going to keep using it. So don't let it work. Don't do that. Because if you do, I'm going to tell you what, you're going to repeat this cycle many times as it takes. And I'll tell you this much too. This person is not your divine life partner. I'll tell you that much. Some people don't care. But if you care, it's not them. So the question is, do I hold on to hopes that this situation will ever take lift off? Or do I just say, fuck this, either bring me my person or don't bring me nobody? That's up to you. It's up to you. Everybody sees things differently. Everybody feels differently. All right. Shifting gears time. Let's see what's happening with the single Aries and the person that you're interested in. What's happening in the third week of August? Single Aries and their love interest. Anything good happening? See, this deck's getting a fucking attitude. Hang on. It got a tude with me when I first picked it up, but I ignored it. How about this one? Single Aries and their love interest. How's it looking? How's it looking? Some of you dealing with a Virgo. Man, oh shit. Oh, this is a heavy, intense connection. Ooh, this is a heavy, intense connection. Is a love offer being made, though? It kind of feels like this is developing into a relationship. It does, but there's something missing here that I can't figure out what it is. Something's missing. I do think that this is eventually I do think that this is eventually ending up developing into a relationship with Empress, Lovers, Temperance. But somewhere something's going wrong. And I can't tell. Somewhere along the way, something isn't feeling right here. Something's bothering you. Something's keeping you up at night. Something's making you very, very nervous and antsy and restless. And it's not telling me what it is. Why does it feel like this? As soon as it develops into a relationship, something clicks and it's not feeling right, you know? Some of you dealing with a Saggy. I also have Taurus, Gemini, Virgo. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Yeah, there's something missing here. I can't figure out what the deal is. Look, we got all this good shit right here. Look at all that good shit, man. That's the good shit. This is the shit you want in a love reading. You want these right here. Well, then what's this all about? What's that for? What's that? What's that all about? All right, let me see this person's feelings and intentions. Let's dig in and see what's the dealio, Emilio. What's going on here? Person Aries is interested in. What are their feelings, energies, and intentions? They're ready to settle down? Looks pretty fucking solid. Looks pretty solid. I don't know what the problem is here. Are you know what I think this is? You're letting your fear get the best of you, aren't you? Is that what you're doing? You letting your fear get the best of you? Are you getting gripped up with that feeling where now it's serious? Now you know that if this person wanted to, they could flip a switch and destroy you. And just the thought of that happening is scaring you, right? That's what I think is happening here. So you're becoming tempted to abandon them before they get the chance to hurt you, right? That's what I think is happening here. Now, I can tell you all day until I'm blue in the face that they have no intentions of doing that. But if you're unable to connect with them at a deep enough level to where you feel safe, then it doesn't matter what I tell you. It's not gonna It might put a little Band-Aid on it for the moment, but ultimately that's not really going to fix anything. There's an energetic disconnect here of some sort. Could be an Aquarius for some of you. Also have Pisces. Could be a fellow Aries. Got Taurus here too. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. I want to see the outcome. How's this playing out for the first 60 days? How's it playing out for the first 60 days? Five of Cups reversed. 3 shuffle. There's 1, 2, and 3. Boom. 2 of Wands reversed. And Lover's card. Well, this connection is only getting stronger and stronger and stronger as time goes on. I don't really think you're making a solid decision to move on from this, but the tension is building in the first 60 days. You know, I think you're trying to work through it, but it's still building. There's still a part of you. There's still this little voice in the back of your mind that is getting the best of you. So it's becoming less stable as time goes on. So, okay. Doesn't look horrible, though. Let's grab the advice, I guess. I don't even know what kind of advice can be given for a situation like that, to be honest with you. I don't even know. Ace of Wands reversed. Don't be afraid to take things slow. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable either. You know what? Focus in the beginning. Once you've gotten the romantic connection and you all have made it to that level, after that, focus on building a solid friendship. Now, you've probably heard me talk about this a lot, so I'm not going to dig that up too deep, but you want to be friends with the person you're building a life partnership with. And it's not just so we can enjoy each other's company. It's not just so we can enjoy doing things together and stuff like that. That's part of it. But you know what it really is? You want to know why you really want to be best friends with the person you're spending your life with? Because your best friend is the person that you can talk to about anything. Anything. That person you're spending your life with should be that one person that you can go to for any fucking thing. And they should be able to go to you for anything as well. That should be mutual. And, you know, that's just so hard to find nowadays because there's so many egos and, you know, insecurities and trauma and PTSDs and stuff that most people can't put their ego aside like that. There should not be one person on this planet that you have to run to because you can't talk to your partner about something. That should not be. That's not a good thing. I've heard people say, well, yeah, but isn't that normal? Unfortunately, yes, it is normal. You know what else is normal? Divorce, breakups. That's normal, isn't it? It's normal. Oh, divorce attorneys make a lot of money. It is normal. Unhealthy relationships are very normal. Unsuccessful relationships are very normal. Toxic relationships are very normal. Normal doesn't mean right. Normal doesn't mean good. Think about that. Make sure y'all can form a solid friendship. I'm not saying ignore the emotional connection. What I'm saying is don't let that invigorating explosion of emotions that you feel when you first meet somebody new pull the wool over your eyes and distract you from forming a real, genuine friendship and connection with somebody. Don't let it turn into an attachment, a codependency attachment, a sexual attachment. Don't let it turn into that. Okay? We need a real connection, a real one, where I can talk to you about anything. You can talk to me about anything. It's almost like, see, here's what I like, the best analogy that I can give. And this doesn't quite do it justice, but this is the closest thing that I can think of. Can you think of like who the closest person to you is in your life? Or have you ever had somebody, like a family member maybe, like your mom or your dad or your brother or somebody, doesn't matter who it is, that's so close to you that there's just complete energetic transparency between the two of us? I can literally talk to you about anything. I never have to second guess anything that you're saying to me. I never have to read between the lines. I never have to wonder whether or not you're using me. I never have to wonder if you're lying to me. There's no reason to lie to me. There's no reason for me to lie to you. Like maybe your mom, for example, or have you ever had somebody like that? Similarly, again, it's not 100% accurate, but it's about 80 to 90% accurate as to the type of connection you want to form with the person you're spending your life with. Okay? And you want to focus on that friendship in the beginning. Because if there's one person outside of your family that you're going to have that connection with, it's going to be your best friend, right? And that should also be the person you're spending your life with. All right, I feel like those were the messages that my Aries family needed to hear. So I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description, all right? I'm out of here now. I will see y'all sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.